There was once a classroom so small it could only afford one window. It sat at the far corner of St. Regina Secondary, a neglected block where the walls remembered too much and the desks groaned beneath invisible burdens. The students called it Block 7, the teachers called it temporary, but for Amina, it had become prison, test, and tomb. She was small, quiet, the kind of quiet that made bullies itchy, like silence was an insult they had to punch out of her. Her classmates mocked her faded uniform, her frayed sandals, the way she never looked people in the eye. They mocked the way her notebooks were neat, too neat, as though precision was a disease. Every day during break, they would drag her bag under the desk so her books spilled like broken teeth, then laugh as she picked them up. Sometimes they whispered filthy rumors. Other times they didn't speak at all. They just pointed and grinned like hyenas. The teachers noticed, but pretended not to. They always did. Then one Monday morning, the class arrived to find her chair empty, and stayed empty. The principal announced a medical emergency and told the students to behave. But the truth crawled through the hallways before lunchtime. Amina had taken her life in Block 7 with the door still locked from inside. The only witness was the classroom with one window. After her death, nobody sat in her chair, not because the school cared, but because no one could stand to. The wood stayed cold, like the chair remembered. The first strange thing happened during a mathematics lesson. The teacher wrote an equation on the chalkboard. 3x minus 8 equals 10. Before he could turn, the chalk lifted and began to write, by itself, x equals 6. The teacher froze. The students giggled nervously, but the chalk kept writing. I was quiet. You just never listened. No one laughed after that. Day by day, more answers appeared, not to equations, but to questions no one asked. Why does silence hurt? What makes cruelty fun? What did I do wrong? And beneath each sentence, a single response, nothing. One afternoon, the bullies stayed behind to copy notes. The corridor was empty. The air was heavy. The window slammed shut without wind. The chalk clicked against the board, writing faster and angrier than before. Do you still find it fun? Chairs scraped, books tumbled, the lights flickered until the ceiling hummed with electricity. Then the door locked, loudly. Amina's chair turned